Hey everybody, so today I'm going to be sharing some technical analysis on Qtum. So what I'm going to be telling you guys here is just going to be based upon price action and some patterns that I can see, right? So what I'm telling you here is not the absolute truth. It's just what my opinion is. And what I'm not going to be telling you here that, Qtum is going to 5x or 10x or 20x. I'm just going to go by what I see, right? Just gonna buy what I see in the indicators that I'm using, right? I'm not gonna complicate things, right? I'm just gonna be using price action, and as you see here, I'm using the 3 EMA, the volume, and the RSI, right? So first things first, what we're gonna do, if we're swing trading this, we're gonna be looking at it on the weekly, right? Because higher time frame and has more. Always the higher time frames always have a lot more pull, right? So what I see right here on the weekly, I'm seeing that it's over the 9. It's holding support right on the 9 EMA, right? It's over the 20 and the 50, right? So that's in my opinion is really bullish, right? So also what I'm seeing here, I'm seeing a head and shoulder pattern forming right here, right? This being the left shoulder, this being the head right here, and this being the right shoulder. And then what we're gonna do here, we're gonna be looking for some resistance and support areas, right? On the weekly, right? So right here, in my opinion, this is the area that we need to break. Right here, we would need to break the 735, right, and stay over it for us to make a move high, possibly to the highs right around here, the $25 mark, right? Possibly, right? But that's being the resistance right here. That's the critical resistance area that we need to break. You see right here, it's acted as support, right? And then it acted as resistance right here, right? And then there's another short-term resistance right here, which is the 673. 673 right here. You see that 3 weeks in a row, it cannot budge this area, 673, right? And then we're going to be looking at some support. Support being 578. Next area of support, I would say right around 484. Right, as you see, it acted at resistance here. Resistance, right around here, it acted as support, right? So these are our support areas. These are resistance areas. These are our target areas. Let's draw out our target areas right around here, right? 886 being the first target. Right here, 985, I would say, will be our, 985 right around here, being our second target right around here. And then our third target right around here being 1241, right? So what we're gonna do here, we're gonna open up the daily and we're gonna digest it, see what we're seeing on the daily here, right? So the lines that we drew on the weekly coincide with the daily, right? As you see right here, they coincide perfect, right? So what I see right here on the daily, that after it made this move up here and it came down crashing right around December 23rd, a trend start forming, right? As we see right here, there's a trend happening. It's making higher lows, right? And it's making higher highs, right? Except the trend is still not broken, but what happened here, it came to downward selling pressure right here, downward resistance, right? And currently we just broke out of it, and then we have 8 hours left in this candle. Let's see how this plays out, right? If we close over this, it'll be a good sign, right? Possible areas that I'll be interested in. Also, as you see right here on the daily, that we have a head and shoulder pattern forming. It's not fully formed yet, but if this closes over it and makes the move higher, that we can see a head and shoulder pattern forming, right? So in my opinion, what would need to happen? What would need to happen is it would need to break over 673, right? Once it breaks over 673, and then this is scenario 1, right? If it breaks over 673 and it holds support right around here, right, and we make a move up higher, right? Test this right here, maybe come back down, test this trend line, and make a move up, right? That's scenario 1. That possibly could play out, right? And then, let's just say for instance, it comes around here, and then there's selling pressure in the market and everything, and then this trend line right here breaks. If this trend line breaks, guys, doesn't necessarily mean that this is going to come slamming down, right? It could break and it could go sideways, right? As you see right here on the daily, there's support. There's support around 580. There's support around 550, right? As long as we're over 550 is good, right? So we see support. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to break, right? So it might just go sideways around here and then hopefully make a move up, right? But let's just say, for instance, there's a lot of selling pressure in the market, right? And this doesn't hold. This trend line doesn't hold. The support line doesn't hold. And then we will come crashing down all the way here to the 480 mark. If this 480 mark doesn't hold, let's just say we make a higher low, sorry, a lower high, right? And then we come down like this, and we break this, then we could come all the way down, maybe test $4 mark, right? And this I'm talking about, this is in the short term. This is in the short to mid term, basically, right? So there's different ways that this could happen, right? It's either that we're making a move, oh, sorry guys. It's either that we're making a move up higher, right? And if we're breaking this area right around here, guys, if we're breaking this area right around here, there's a possibility that we could close over this, that will make a move higher, right? But if we break this area, if we break this trend line right here, there's another possibility that we could go sideways and then possibly make a move higher. But if we break this and there's a lot of selling pressure in the market, and then we could come back, probably test $4.94 to $5 mark. If this doesn't hold, then we're coming down, right? It all depends on how the market is doing right now, right? As you see, currently everything is looking good. It looks like it wants to make a move up higher. But what we need for this to happen, a move up, for it to move up higher, we even need volume to come in. As you see, the volume has been kind of dying. It's kind of been accumulating. Another good thing that Qtum has going for it, it's got events coming up, right? If you go right here on CoinMarketCal, we see that on June 30th, there's an event coming up. September 30th is having March 31st. We got partnerships, and then also on March 31st we got testnet, right? So for prices, if you want to accumulate this, probably areas of right around here, 570, right? 570. But you also gotta wait for confirmation, right? You gotta see what Bitcoin is doing. You gotta see if volume's coming in, right? If I was about to play this, if I want to enter, I will take a small position around 570. I will take a small position out of 570, and then if it breaks over right around 670, right? These are the areas that looks interesting to me, right? Or if you get a downward selling pressure, and then let's see how 480 once it hits 480, let's see how this plays out. You know what I mean? If you get a confirmation that this wants to move, once we see consolidation, once we see pressure coming in, and then that's another area that I'll be interested at, right? So I just kept it really simple, guys. I'm not going to complicate things, you know what I mean? I just threw out 3 scenarios, right? Doesn't necessarily mean what I'm telling you guys could happen. It's just my opinion, right? These are the areas that I'm looking at on short to mid-term areas, right? Alright guys, so that does it, and hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have yourself a great day.